Right. How do I can do this? Oh, there we go, on my page. I hate Facebook. Crap. There's that. Okay. I'm just gonna leave that alone. Hopefully it does good on its own. Hide that. Hello! We're back, I guess. Alright, let me make these things all do their thing. This is the stuff that happened while I was offline. So, figured I'd give them a chance to be noticed on screen while I am live. Welcome, everybody who's trickling in. Oh no, Zeroki's back. It's not a good sign. Should ban you now. Yeah, there it is. There's just gonna be a constant explosion of emoticons on the screen at this point. Like, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Alright, well, I'm going to attempt to sort of, redo the stream that I was supposed to be doing on Monday. And obviously, if you guys were here for that, you know that didn't exactly go according to plan. So I'm not gonna work too much longer on this this raptor design, I think, just because I've got other things I need to do today, but it was kind of what the stream was already set up for and what to do, so gonna kind of go back to that for right now. Goodness, so yeah, I was just sort of explaining how I had sort of come up with some of the colors, some of the design inspiration, and a lot of that had to do with the fabric swatches that I got in and the available colors that I could actually use in a real suit project. And how some of it's going to be faux fur, short pile, primarily, for all of the like fluffy, feathery kind of sections, and I'm going to be using this new stretch fabric. Welcome, thank you for following NobleSun247. Stretch fabric is going to be for all the like skin and scaly parts of the costume, and I actually do have all of these materials and swatches and stuff in. Look, I didn't even save my work from the one little thing that I tried to clean up from Monday's, stream. And then all the feathers, I have to play with a couple ideas for materials, but I'm thinking probably just straight up normal minky for the feathers, because I have this nice tealy color a swatch of, so I'll probably end up doing that. Let's see, it was on this layer. So this light creamy yellowy kind of color is something that I had been that I don't actually have a swatch of yet, but it's a new color that's coming out from Howl Fabrics. I can't remember what the heck it's called at this point. Some buttery thing. But I wanted something that wasn't like quite ivory, but I didn't want something super saturated either. I wanted like a really light neutral kind of tan. So this is based on what the fabric kind of looks like on the website, on their pre-order page, because it's the fur that's in production right now. It's not quite ready, and I can't get samples of it yet. I could pre-order a bunch of it, but I don't know exactly how much I'll need and whether or not it's going to be the right color or not, so I'm not doing that yet, but... I'm just going to kind of clean this up a little bit. Not going to spend too much time on this today, but again, just kind of give me something to sort of start with so I can get in the mood of actually focusing and working and get some practice sort of working while also looking at the chat, which obviously was sort of atrocious on Monday on my part. I apologize for being so far behind with everything, but I was a little flustered, to say the least. Still, appreciate all you guys have done for me from that. Like, still recovering from that now. Don't apologize. Well, too bad. I try to, again, like, make the stream feel like, I don't know, professional and interesting enough to watch, but at least, if I wasn't that professional, at least it was interesting to watch. You all stick around for a majority of the stream session, if not the entire way through, and so I guess, yeah, it was entertaining enough in that regard, and I had a lot of fun. I hope you guys did too. I have got good feedback about, how that all sort of went, and... Uh-oh! Hello, Dad. Furry things are happening, don't look. I mean, like, I want you to send love, but I also, it's a little distracting. Look how messy I am, you guys. Man, I can't color in the lines. I forgot how to draw, clearly. So like I mentioned, this is going to be a costume design that I'm looking to sell as a pre-made. It's my very first pre-made. It was supposed to be my quarantine project. And then quarantine didn't last long enough for me to get too far with it. And then I ended up starting to work once they kind of lifted some of the restrictions. I started working at Dream Vision Creations for a little bit to help them out, and that means that I had to stop working on my own stuff because I didn't have time outside of work, and when I did, I came home and I was just like so exhausted. I just like lay down and take a nap. Then it was dinner, and then it was Netflix time. So there was no art to be had during like 3 or 4 months in the middle of the year. So no art happened. All my plans kind of thrown out the window, but now I'm kind of trying to go back on track. And you guys are definitely helping me out with that, like, a lot. Hello back, Dragon Cap. I do need a lot of love. I operate off of love, like, most everybody does. And yeah, it's just been, I know, weirder for everybody, just being unable to see friends and do normal things. And I didn't think that it was gonna, like, affect me so much, because I'm like, I like kind of just being in my own space and working on my stuff, and it'll be fine, because I'm here with one of my best friends, and yeah, no, it eventually it got to me. It took till October till it got to me, but it really got to me. So, again, yeah, just thank you guys for everything. And I also got Blunts for Jesus following my channel. Thanks a lot. Oh, thank you so much, Crystal, for hosting the stream, too. That, again, only helps the rankings and visibility on Twitch a lot, so I definitely appreciate that. Because, yeah, you guys blew my expectations, like, out of the water for the first stream. It made a real big impact on my Twitch channel already. I've already got enough viewer hours in. So now I just need to get enough stream hours and stream days in. Those are the last 2 goals, and then I can make the affiliate status and unlock all the special fun bonus interactivity features that Twitch offers for affiliates. So thank you guys. Again, I couldn't do all this without you. Kazkai followed the channel. Thank you so much. Actually, if that's... Is that Kazin? Because if so, then you need a special little symbol next to your name here. Let me see, I can moderate people. Can I make people VIPs with the chat commands? I wonder. Because you're one of my Patreon's supporters. Goodness, how do I see all of the possible functions? I'm still kind of new to all of Twitch's, like, moderation chat settings. I'm sure there's a way I can do it. What if I, like, right-click your name? Oh, I can ban you? I can purge you. I can delete you. Yeah, no. I think I'm just gonna have to go on to the actual browser. Switch to mod settings? What's that? I don't know. No banning, please. Alright, I'm gonna see what happens if I click your name. Okay. I can add you as a friend. I can whisper to you. Sweet nothings. Alright, it looks like... Oh! I can update the nickname for you in the chat? Well, that's weird. I didn't even know you could do that. Hey, cat! Get out of my room! My god, all you guys are in here. Jeez. The animals, at least the cats, I try to keep them out of the room. Because, yeah, I'm allergic to those suckers. We don't need this to turn into another creature party. Oh, Black Dragon Cap is Wrath. What the heck is with your name? You're not a black dragon, you're a green dragon with whiskers. I don't even know who you are anymore. What is real? Oh god. Okay, Pawncraft. I did discover your secret identity, and you could blame PayPal for that. You really threw me for a loop. I had no idea who it was. Because I was like, who the heck is making such old references? Oh no, I don't know who the heck is Blunts for Jesus. You guys, I have no idea who your Twitch names are. It's just like weird. Wait, hold on. Oh no, okay, Black Dragon Cap is not Wrath. That was confusing. You're saying hi to Wrath. I now know who you are. And that sucks that your persona name is taken. Yes, you are a black dragon. You're also a black and green dragon. And so you're both. You count. It's fine. I know who you are now. Heck, because I was like, I swear that Wrath was here. I swear that I gave him a little VIP thingy, and I'm pretty sure his name was normal. It was. I'm just crazy. Sorry. Yours is consistent. Yeah, Ilios. Thank you. I like with consistency. It helps, but yeah, if your name's taken, that's just the way it is. This is your Wicker's name, yeah. Okay, speaking of that, I'm going to quickly pull up Twitch on the thing so I can make you special, because I know how to do it on desktop, but I don't know how to do it with in-mod chat commands. I need creator dashboard. I need community roles manager. Add new. Alright, you are Kaz_Kai. There you are. You are now a VIP. Congratulations. And thanks for chilling on the stream with me. Alright, hopefully that went through and it works now. Okay! Yeah, now that we got that sorted out. Alright. So yeah, hello, Kaze who are you, the alien? Please correct me if I'm saying your names incorrectly, because I don't want to be, like, getting them wrong, because I'm dumb and I don't know. But yeah. Oh, a new follow. Latterus. I know I recognize that name. I can't see people's icons very well on this little, like... No, I can't zoom up. It's Tao! Thank you! God, I was like, who the... I know that I know this name, but I can't place it. Tao. Yeah, I forgot, that's your, like, artisty name that you set up. Goodness gracious. Too many. Regretty. Yeah, I have too many names too. Kaze with a Japanese pronunciation. Alright. So, I hope that I'm saying it right. Kaze. Oy. So you're talking to me, call me whatever. Yeah, okay. I could call you Bird Friend. Kaze. Alrighty. Well, welcome back. Because I remember you had popped in onto the Monday stream too. What the hell layer is this on? Oh, this one's the one that's not named. That's why I can't figure out what layer it's on. Okay, so I'm pretty happy with the way that the facial markings are down. Like, that was the part I was struggling with the most, and also I feel is like the most important to get right, because the idea is this is supposed to be just a partial, but because I've designed this whole thing to be like a bodysuit, or sorry, a full bodysuit. Like, let me turn the color layer off and turn this on. There we go. So now you can see it's designed to be a full suit over a person with the right proportions and everything in accordance to working with the person. But if you just like erase the body, I could actually probably do that. Everything's separated on different layers. Alright, I'm gonna quickly temporarily make a layer. So let's say I erased the bodysuit of everything. Actually, I haven't done this yet, and I kind of want to see for myself how it sort of looks. Let's say I erased the bodysuit and I just made feet. If I did it just a partial, it looks very exaggerated toony, and the tail would probably not be like the kind that attaches to like the full body here. It would probably be like a smaller, you know, more... Hit the F key. Don't hit the F key. You know, more manageable to being like wearable as a partial tail rather than permanently attached to the bodysuit, which is how I kind of designed it. And you can see because the head is like so big, and you know, this is kind of a representation of what it would look like proportioned to a head, like full size. It looks a little silly, like it's like two parts are too big. Even if you were wearing like baggy pants, this is my representation of baggy pants, and a shirt. Actually, that looks a little bit better, to be honest, once you kind of put clothing over it. But obviously, clothing usually doesn't stick off that far from your body. It's more like that. I mean, it's really, really bad. It kind of looks a little better, but I haven't decided, because, like, I really like the idea of designing something that could be upgraded to a full suit later, if nothing else. But I also worry about selling a full suit for my like first thing, because full suits have to be so specifically tailored to the individual, you know. But what I could do is just make it fit me and then sell it to somebody who's similarly built to my proportions. Because with fursuits, there is a lot of wiggle room. You know, you could change the height a little bit, you could change the like width a little bit, and it would still work. But I might even make it just like a slightly baggier on me, because you could always take something in, but you can't really put it back out, because you want all the markings and things to like line up. I don't know. So that's been kind of a challenge on figuring out the design. And to answer your question, Zeroki, I haven't touched the Kaiju King shirts since last year. Like, this entire year, I've really not touched drawing at all, apart from doing my sticker designs, because this year is 2020 and everything sucks, and I feel really bad about it. But that project is so intimidating for me, because it's the most detailed illustration that I've ever done, and I lost a lot of motivation on that project, and So again, if anybody wants to cancel their pre-order, then that, like, I've been offering multiple times, like, reminding, like, hey, you can cancel anytime. If you don't want to wait anymore, I understand, but it is still going to happen. I just hope that it happens, you know, sooner rather than later. It's just been a really weird time for me, I guess. Whee. Yes, I like, and I wanted to do the idea of like a partial, so you could, like, you know, like wear t-shirts with it and stuff. Like, of course, Jurassic Park shirts would work really well. You see a lot of raptors running around with that. So yeah, and so yeah, like you suggested, Elios, the ladder auction idea might be a thing, because I want to see, like, okay, how much interest is there in my work, and, you know, maybe I could sort of build something custom for somebody in the future. It's intimidating because I've never done a bodysuit for somebody who wasn't there in front of me before. I've only made one suit to fit somebody else, and that was Groudon. And it doesn't only count as a normal fursuit either. It's a very mascot style, and it can kind of fit a bigger range of people, so I didn't need to make it like that perfect, and I don't know. I don't know. Thanks, but I'm glad that you like the design. Yeah. Eileen, I've always been a big fan of natural color palettes and then like a splash of some like bright unnatural color. And I think like the teal really complements all of the warm browns and tans and creams and things. It's just like, yes, it's my aesthetic. I wanted a design that I would like love, but hopefully not fall in love with too much, and then will be like unable to like let the design go. Also, thank you, Chris Dragon, for following the channel. Welcome. I'm so close to 100 followers. I'm shocked. I'm shook. How did this happen? Alright, well, let me know, Zoroki, whether or not you want to keep the pre-order on the Kaiju King shirt. Yes, yeah, the pre-orders were all offered at a discount, so it's just like, I hope that, you know, it'll be worth the wait, but, you know, you could totally just wait until it's released, and then, you know, you can see exactly what you're getting, and, you know, whatever we'd like to do. Either way, I do appreciate the support, and I hope that I can, you know, get something going pretty soon here. Bleh. Life is hard. Yeah, the Jeep driver outfit. You know what? I cannot find my Jurassic Park shirt that I made for that Jeep driver cosplay, and I'm mad. I do not know what happened to it. My two favorite hats are just missing. I've been missing for like a year and a half, and I do not know what happened. And it's just like, well, that's what I get for like cleaning my room and things. I hate it. Anyway. So I think I'm pretty happy with the face. I know I wanted to do stripes, but I didn't want to do something like too crazy where it becomes really complicated. And I don't hate this, but I think it could be tweaked a little bit. So, yeah, you know, I haven't really been popping into even like other people's art streams for a long time, but yeah, back in the day, I was like all about that. And not a lot of people were doing it either, so maybe that made it sort of like easier because it was like a novelty thing. I don't know. Okay, so I like the idea of stripes on the legs, but I don't want to do too crazy. I think I'm gonna make them a little skinnier. Oh, the brown and the cream are on the same layer. Well, whatever. 2020 really does feel like it's been like 30 years long. Well, welcome back, KZ. This will go away. Alright, let's see if I can actually color inside the lines here. Yeah, I think I like them a little bit skinnier. A lot of people have been really into Critical Role, all my friends, and I have yet to actually sit down and like try to watch or listen to their sessions. I've never been like super into D&D. I've done it a couple times here and there, but not really that long. The longest roleplay I was a part of was a live action version of Vampire the Masquerade. And that was a lot of fun. I want to make this one like shorter, just to give some variety. Money! Are you gonna give me $1,361? That'd be great. Oh! Heavenly Fluff Creations! Hello! Welcome! That would be April. Thanks so much for following. Yeah, again, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna get 100 followers to Twitch by the end of today. It'd be awesome. Yes, there is an app for Twitch, and that's how I stream my, when I'm watching shows, onto, like, the TV in the living room. Just cast it over there. It's nice. The Twitch app needs a little bit of work, but it works okay. The one thing the Twitch app can't do is show the height trains, which I can't trigger because I don't have all the cool features unlocked yet, but soon. Soon. You know what? I think I'm gonna make, because this is driving me nuts, I'm gonna make the cream layer below the stripes, you know, like they're supposed to be. So I can actually, I don't know if I like that better without the cream on the legs. I don't think I want the cream on the legs. Okay, now it's below. Now I can stop erasing things. Yeah, I think I do like how much this breaks it up. I'll get a little bit of black fluffy butt. Maybe just a little bit seen from the side. It's gonna be more on the back side. That's the other thing, is that I haven't done a turnaround for this, so I'm not... It's harder to determine what it's going to look like from like all angles if I'm only focusing on the side view, which is the most important. Because that shows a lot of the ways that the proportions are all built, because there's no perspective distortion. Something like that. Oh, you're gonna go geo hunting. That sounds fun. Oh my god, Jurassic Park logo. I wouldn't want to do that for, I think, a feathered raptor. If I was doing like straight up Jurassic Park style dinosaur, then that would be kind of cute. But at the same time, it's sort of trademarked, so I don't really know if that'd be like appropriate, but yeah, like Kaz is saying, yeah, copyright issues is kind of like, meh. I like, maybe like you could put a piece of paper and sort of like, you know, tape it to the leg as like a joke for like pictures or something, but to actually sew that into the design, I think that would sort of be like, I don't know, pushing it. I need notation. Yeah, no. I really don't. I'm good. Don't feel like you need to, like, pour your life savings at me here, because, oh my god. Alright. Okay, I like the thinner stripes better as I'm kind of like looking out, zooming out here. Let's go back to the brown. I'm not happy with this section yet at all. Still trying to figure out what I want to do for it, I think. Vary this a little bit. Do I want to connect it to the back or not? So the question. I don't know what to do with the body. I don't like it. Oh no! Oh no! Sorry, I'm trying to avoid screaming because when I was rewatching this recorded stream, I realized I was blowing the mic out like crazy because I didn't adjust the audio levels to accommodate for me being so loud. Oh my god, you It was 0, huh? Yeah, somehow I don't know who to trust on that one, to be perfectly honest. Ah! Ah! God damn it. God damn it, you guys! Yeah, dude, do not pull full K out of your frickin' savings for me. I mean, I know I said I needed a car, but I can find my own way to get a car some of these days. Oh my god. I did not play any of the Jurassic Park games growing up, except for maybe like some of the arcade shooter stuff, and I didn't like those too much because like I didn't want to kill the dinosaurs. If anything, I wanted to be the dinosaurs and kill the people, which I know they had a game that was like that, but I never got a chance to actually play it. So, yeah, 420. Nice. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. God damn it. My tip amounts, yep. 420 plays it. Sorry, I'm in Texas now. I'm not allowed to light up. Heck. Scranner! Hello, Scranner! I was wondering if you had a Twitch account, and you might show up one of these days. Oh, nothing happened to the Saturn, KZ. I just know that it's not going to last me more than maybe like a year or two. So I need to start looking at another car or vehicle to replace it, to start saving up, things like that, because, yeah. I don't really trust it. It can't haul anything. It doesn't have a ton of room. I'd really like to have like a hatchback or something so I can actually maybe drive to more conventions, especially as a dealer. I'm really limited of what I can like stock of stuff I can bring on a plane. So, and especially if I want to do that plus bring fursuits along, and especially if I start focusing more of my artwork to selling stuff at cons to be the fursuits, then like yeah, it's gonna be tough. So. And then just, yeah, general running around. Like, I can't always just, like, hop on the bike. I need a car. It's reliable. And, I don't want to put too much investment and money into keeping this car alive, because it's a 2002 Saturn sedan. And I love it, but it's also a car from 2002. So, anyway. Oh yeah, the people that were here on the stream on Monday, and you know kind of the shenanigans I went down, I did put up a video on my YouTube, kind of like a reaction and thank you thing, so if you have some time to go take a look at that, that video was made for you guys. Yeah, thank you for making my life crazy. So yeah, I'm in Texas right now. I'm in the DFW area. I'm living with my best friend Jess, also known as Moniasha, or Dream Vision Creations. I was down here sort of helping out her company for a little while, and now I'm just kind of still here just to like keep her company. Normally I live in Colorado. Oh good, you just got off work. Okay, cool. You... Can I... Scranner. Oh heck, that's not what I wanted to do. I just like clicked on Scranner. But I kind of want to do this because I want to mod you. Because you've always been a mod in my stream, so I'm going to continue that tradition now. But I just don't know how to do that in chat, so I have to do it the creator dashboard way. There we go. There you go. With great power comes great responsibility. Alright. Oh! Texas Dragons! Okay. Okay. So, back in Blunts for Jesus, you must be like one of like a couple people that I could think of, like who you are. And I really, really wanted to hang out with you guys while I was down here in Texas, but you know, fucking shenanigans. But yeah. It works. Okay, cool. Alright, we're good. Oof. Bleh. Bleh. Back to maybe this. Yeah, there's a lot of people down here that I know in Texas that I cannot really go see. I mean, like, I'd be okay with going and seeing, but I don't know if they're going to be okay with me seeing. I've mostly been staying in my house. Well, this is not my house, but, you know, in the house. Not going anywhere except to, like, you know, quickly run an errand to go to, like, pick some food at the grocery store or something. But I'm still doing that, like, twice a week, maybe. So it's not like I'm truly quarantining, but I'm not doing stupid things like having parties or whatever. I don't know if I want to do like some sort of like tribal-y design sort of on the back. I might. I don't know. I don't know. But if you know, we're making vague plans to go fuck to the woods and camp. Yeah, right? That sounds nice. I appreciate the invite. Thanks. Keep me in the loop. I'm going to be down in Texas at least till the holidays. Then I'm definitely going to go back to Colorado to visit family. And most likely, I think I could see myself staying there for the foreseeable future until about springtime. I almost shot my pen. Because that's when my parents are going to be trying to sell the house. That's the goal right now anyway. We'll have to kind of see how like the market is and how ready they are. Because they're building a dream house in the mountains right now. And that's been moving along finally. And I won't have a place to live soon. I'm sort of just like floating from like place to place to like, you know, kind of figure out what I want to do. But that's going to be sort of a hard, okay, time's up. You have to do something now. And I'm looking to move up to the Pacific Northwest area. And I have a couple of ideas and plans potentially lining up for that. So I'll be taken care of one way or another, but I don't know how much longer I'll be in Texas, is the thing. I do not want to live in Texas. I'm sorry, but Texas is just not my jam. I've never liked it. And it's been half torturous living here because I've been here primarily for the summer months. It's just, compared to being in Colorado, it's a downgrade. It is. Now, it is much more affordable for the cost of living. And, like, you know, good things, like, if you wanted to settle down here, there's, like, the biggest benefit is that there's, like, plenty of land, right? I don't want land. I don't care about land. I hate taking care of grass. And I don't want to have a lawn, you know, like, and I want good internet. Like, right now, I'm kind of in the middle of the country, and there's, like, shitty internet. I have barely enough to stream, and that's why I've not streamed most of the years, because we only got the internet fixed like 2 months ago. So I could finally start doing this again. I don't like any of this. It's dumb. Yeah, I'll make it rounded instead. Ugh! I hate this. I don't like any of it. Oh. You can like... Mostly I just kind of sit here and just sort of like play with random design motifs until I'm like, and then just tweak it slowly but surely until I'm sort of happy with it. I don't like that either. Designing characters is really hard, and it takes me forever. Like, my main dragon persona took me like 9 months to finally finish and get right and do exactly how I wanted. It's a pain. It's always like rewarding and like nice and worth it in the end, but man, does it take forever to figure out what I want to do with it. And I have a lot of similar design motifs going on right now. It's kind of like mixing a bunch of my characters together, funny enough. I guess I like certain themes that kind of repeat over and over. Like, I like stripies. Just kind of going back to like where I was, and I don't like it. I don't like any of this. That's a little bit better, actually. I don't know. You're already getting snow where you live. Ick. I know, Pacific Northwest is pretty freaking far away, but I like how much more mild it is. Like, I like not having the whiplash of being like, you know, 100 degrees one day and then 40 degrees the next day. Mm-mm. Yeah, and I don't like the humidity of Texas. I don't really like the culture of Texas. It's just not my thing. And yeah, the allergies usually really hit me when I come visit down here. Thankfully, they've not been bad at all this year, so I've been able to survive. But, yeah. And then, yeah, it's so freaking flat. I don't like that. I like mountains. Excuse me. You grabbed 2 vinyl stickers from my store, like recently, like now, or you had in the past. I think it's probably in the... Oh wait, no, just right now. Heck, thank you so much. Actually, I am going to be switching gears once I've struggled enough with this, and I'm going to be starting making a bunch of stickers because I have to catch up with my orders. So you're actually going to watch your stickers being made live on the stream because it's work I have to do. So thank you so much. I get to make a kitty and a doggy today. Awesome. Yeah, screw Florida. I agree. Florida would be like the last place in the States. Well, maybe probably one of the last places I ever want to live in the States. It's nice to visit when it's also not the summer. But, man. Tornado, yeah, no, just more. There we go. So I kind of want some of the stripes to be more visible from the front, because unfortunately you can really only see them from the sides and the back at this point, the way it's designed, but that's the hard part with like any sort of first design, because most animals, when you design them like a quadruped form, you don't see their underbellies, their undersides, you know, everything is designed from like the sides and the top / back of the character, but when you make them anthro, when you stand them up, you're mostly seeing this whole front, which on most animals is very boring. And unfortunately, when you take a picture of a fursuit, you're almost always taking it from the front. So it makes it extra tough to design things that like look good from like all angles, and you could like appreciate different aspects about the design from seeing it from the back versus the front versus the side. The struggle is real. The rain shines state. No kidding. Yeah, and so like, especially if you have a suit that is pretty boring from the front, then you have to sort of compensate for that by trying to pose in a way that's interesting to look at, you know, from the photographer's perspective. You know, do a lot more like turning and posing like this. If you have really cool designs on the markings in the back, you want to like show them off more, you can kind of do like a look over your shoulder, or you can kind of do like something like this just to get more dynamic flow in the way that the markings lay across the body. Looks totally different at that angle. Things like that. Welcome, heck, I'm going to call you WW Kush. Welcome, thanks for following the stream. Oh goody, someone's paying attention to my dumb Facebook posts. I was like, yeah, Facebook's not a great place to get a lot of interaction for like business and art pages. So I decided that I'm gonna because it costs extra money to actually have the stream mirror onto a business page. I figured I'd just stream it to my personal page, because most people that are following my art follow my personal account on there anyways. It's just like whatever. And it's cool, at least it's getting in front of a different kind of audience that I normally don't reach, because a lot of my focus has been on Twitter primarily. So, thank you, welcome. And yeah, I will have a better, like, stream schedule thing going on in the future. Again, this is sort of my test, kind of coming back to doing the whole streaming thing, and trying to get a good idea of, like, okay, how much time do I want to spend, what days of the week are good, you know, what kind of focus I can kind of have with all this. Yeah, and I'll figure it all out, and then that will give you more of a heads up, so you can sort of plan to be like, oh, Riley streaming today. Also, I want to get to doing like, you know, like on the spot commissions and things like that. So it's a little bit more of a reason for you guys to like come on and watch something new being created, because like right now it's sort of like trying to catch up on some old projects and trying to again get the flow back. But once I get to that point, I think it'll be a little bit better, easier to plan things for both my side and your guys' side. I really don't actually want more greenery. We're like going to like Massachusetts and stuff. Like recently, Jess and I, we did a road trip out to Pennsylvania and Maryland because her mom was out that way. Jess wanted to see her, but we couldn't do any flying, so we ended up driving. And I got to see a lot more of like, you know, the whole East Coast, which I don't usually spend a lot of time seeing, or in a lot of cases, visiting some states that I've never been to before. And yeah, it is incredibly green. I'm used to a very dry state. Colorado is very dry. And also really high elevation. So it's like very different kind of fauna and things. So it's kind of cool. Ooh, a crow blink. Yeah, I love all of her burbs. You know, actually, I was like not even paying attention to so much what I was drawing, and I'm just now sort of stopping and taking a look at it and be like, actually, that's not bad. I don't hate that. I'm still gonna tweak with it a lot, probably, but it's not terrible. I like the way that it's sort of flowing a little bit better. I think that would look really cool, especially from like a backside angle. It's also obviously looks pretty nice from the side, but I like that much better than before. And actually, I can kind of go back to see what it was when I started the stream. I started like that, like this. That's how we started today. And I don't, like, super hate that either, but this is how it's going to evolve, and I think I like this, the way that it sort of flows from down here and kind of goes up, like it's bigger at the bottom, and I don't know, whatever. That's where we're at right now, you guys. I'm just going to do that. Okay, so I'm going to switch gears a little bit now that I've got it warmed up here. I'm going to go start working on Goodness, stickers, I guess. So, yeah, I am now currently working on a circle. I'm gonna save this, make sure it's good. And I actually don't need Photoshop anymore. Ah! Oh, I do actually want to make saber teeth and different tail links and all sorts of stuff with my vinyl designs. That's been something that a couple people asked me for, and I'm like, yes, absolutely. As soon as I'm not, like, having art problems, I'm going to be expanding the whole, like, customization ability for all the designs. And yeah, like, things like saber teeth and horns and spikes, and, you know, that's really simple to add. It's just, I've been a little bit behind on the whole metamorphic project than from what I was sort of planning on doing before. Blah. Yeah, so we're gonna do some wedgies, and I've had the heckin' circle design since like April. I reached out initially to the community, the circle people, back in February of this year, and it's just taken this long to like get things going because I wanted to make sure that they approved the design, that we worked together to, you know, make merch that would give them some royalties and things like that. So, oh, welcome. Thank you for following Cross-Eyed Tethys. I am one person away now from hitting that 100 follower goal. So thank you guys. Alright, so you can kind of see like how I sort of make all these dumb things. So what I basically have to do is, once I've sort of designed it, and I use Photoshop for that because it's much more like free-form drawing. Once I'm happy with the silhouette, the outlines, the shapes, and everything, I have to convert it into a format that the cutter will understand, and that means it has to be done in what's known as a vector image, which is basically just using mathematical points to define edges, and that's the instructions that the cutter uses to follow that line to cut out the edges. And so like things like logos are all done with vector graphics because they can scale infinitely up or down and they'll never lose resolution. But they're very limiting. You can't do a lot of things like a illustration or a photograph would be, because they're made up by individual pixels that are assigned a color value. That's what makes up the picture. These are a totally different way of the computer interpreting and understanding a visual image. Alright, I'm talking and not paying attention to what I'm doing. Oh yes, I do have Dutch Angel Dragons, yes, on the store. I really hate Etsy, and I don't like how it's organized. I wish I could, you know, separate it in a way that makes the catalog easier to understand and sort by species and things, but I can't. I'd like to build my own web store eventually, make that problem go away, but right now I have the best online presence on Etsy, and I need to just kind of like, I have to deal with continuing working with that for now. What am I doing? Yes, I think it's in here. I just had to reload my computer because I had hard drive failure, so none of my preferences and settings and folders are set up right to the way they were. I hope it's this one. Yes, it is. Okay, this is the one I was starting and working on. Oh yeah, so like Shopify, I'm thinking about doing something similar to like, yeah, a Shopify platform, or WooCommerce, or like any of the kind of big online store services. I've worked with BigCommerce in the past. And they're going to require like 20 or 30, I think it's more like $30 a month at this point to keep their services, which if I continue the level of sales that I've been getting from like Etsy every month, then the Etsy fees that I'm paying per listing, per sale, will be equivalent, if not actually more expensive on Etsy than it would be to pay that monthly service fee on like Shopify or something. But I have to be like fully prepared and ready to launch the store and really promote it and have enough sales come in to like counteract that difference. And then it will make it more worth it. Overall, it will be a better shopping experience for you guys. It will be less of a fee on my end to keep online, but like I want to make the catalog big enough, and I want to get the advertising ready, and I want to get the custom parts and pieces bigger. I want a bigger catalog selection of those too, and then I can start being like, okay, hit the go button and let's make this happen. But yeah, we'll get to that point because I've been not ready for a little while. But yeah. Okay, so here is my ready to make things happen. I've got a bazillion layers here, which you can't see because it's off the screen here. It's a bazillion layers of all the parts and pieces that make up all of my designs. And I try to color code them for the most part. So this is how I can swap out like different pieces and parts. So like I can turn on like, here's the scaly feet, which are very similar to the circle feet. I just need to change their proportions a little bit. Here's a proto-gen tail, here's a wicker tail, here's a manokit tail, you know, here's all the tail pieces, and then here is the hands. Oh, that's a wing, whatever. Hand paws, scaly hands. Then I can add wings to the back. Here's one wing, and then there's like a higher position of the wing because I want to make them away from like tail pieces so it doesn't overlap anything. I got antlers I can put on, you know, all these pieces, and that's how I can sort of make custom designs, but I have to basically trace all these. So it starts out with just the person, and then I have a reference of the silhouette that I designed in Photoshop, and basically all I have to do is take the pen tool and trace around it. And these are defined by mathematical points, and then you determine the curvature between each of the points to make the line happen. The idea is to make as few points as possible, so it's really clean and nice. Oh, I got another follower, number 100, I think, right? Or am I off by one? Oh no, that's 100. Yeah, thank you so much, Bearino TV. Oh my goodness, I did it! We made the goal happen! I was not expecting it to happen that quickly. Because I've only been streaming, this is day 2. Actually, I had a lot of followers from when I streamed, like, when I made this account like 2 years ago. And I didn't actually do anything on Twitch, but I like mirrored it, you know. Like I made a copy of the stream, go to YouTube, go to Picardo, go to Facebook, and then Twitch was just kind of like, it was all like a side thought. But so I had like about 50 to start with, but that means I doubled it in just like one day. So that is awesome. Thank you guys so much. Because like, wow, like I said, any sort of time that you could spend watching or interacting on Twitch really helps the metrics go up, and it unlocks special features for the stream, which I'm very close to getting to. I think by next week, I think I should have enough like requirements to hit that affiliate level. And then some like seriously cool stuff can happen on the stream with interactivity for you guys. So thank you. Anyway, so I'm going to work on this, but I actually have to get some designs cut out, and I want to show you the whole process about like how I make stickers, because this has all been like a really cool new thing that I got into in the beginning of the year, and I've been really excited that these are all sort of taking off. And I know a lot of people don't know how the process sort of works, but I do make all these effectively by hand. Obviously, I have some assistance for the actual cutting process, but you know, they're all, each of them is made by me individually with love and packaged and sent off, and hopefully it helps brighten your day a little bit more. You know, it's fun to decorate with or to wear on a shirt, you know, whatever. It's to express yourself. And I love taking more suggestions about species and designs that you want me to do. It's a lot of fun. So, let me introduce to you my new friend. Oh, not you, Brookie. The dog's back in here. this is my cutting machine. Yeah, this is what makes all of the final action happen. And it has a very short cord, so I have to leave it on the floor near my computer. It does have a Bluetooth option, but I do not have a Bluetooth card in my tower, so I can't use the wireless functionality with it. Oh, I got another follower, number 101. Hey, thank you so much. Man, I hate names. Luinus Mad? Luna is mad, maybe? I'm glad you like your shirt, Kazin. I really like the way that your custom one turned out. With the tail and everything. So, this is not it's not a Cricut machine. It's the competitor to Cricut. It's a silhouette machine. But effectively, they're like the exact same thing. It's, you know, a small hobbyist desktop cutter. A die cutter or plot machine. Hi, dog. Oh, that's true. I could, you know, get a little like USB adapter because I have like this dumb USB like wireless adapter, and this is what I was using to connect to the internet. And this one is awful. It's an N150 Netgear, so it had terrible upload download like capabilities, and it was finicky. And again, I couldn't stream on it. Now I'm on a wired connection, and we fixed the tower at the top of the house because it's direct DSL like radio tower bullshit. Internet, so it's not great, but yeah, for now I'm stuck on this wire connection and dealing with this thing on the floor. So I'm gonna switch to no yes this layout because I'm switching cameras. This is my move about camera. Hi, dog. What's up? Sorry, I had to reset my chat when I did that because I went off of the instance of the overlay and then I put it back on. Oh well. Hello, Cutter. Okay, since Trinity is in the stream here, Heavenly Fluff Creations just bought one of my stickers. I'm going to make it for her. And I gotta print off... Ah! Here, for now, because I'm going to be sitting in front of the computer for a little bit longer. We'll switch this back. I need to pull up the order sheet and print that off really quick so I know what the heck I'm making. Cat! Get out! Print those orders. Actually, I think I've got two I need to print. I think I've got, yeah, I got some Dutchy stickers and some... Oops! Shoot. Thought that was printed on the sticker paper, wasn't it? Yeah, I was like, I forgot I left sticker paper in my printer. And, oh no, it's not the sticker paper, it's the business card paper. Well, I guess I get to throw that away. Heck. Man. Alright, I do have some Dutchy stickers and some Puppy and Pony Play stickers to all print out. Okay. More actions print. And I made sure that the rest of the paper in there is normal paper, and I want to print this in black and white so I don't waste color. There we go. Again, none of my settings are set up like they used to be because I had to reload my computer from scratch from its failed hard drive, which was the OS hard drive, not my data drive. So all of my pictures and files are safe, thankfully, but I still had to build everything from scratch, and it took like several days. But now I have a nice new fancy solid state drive in there. But woe was me. Alright. So I have the software here. Not this one. The cutting software. Okay, so we're gonna make small stickers. One green cat and one orange dog. So, let me get my vinyl out. I heard a ding noise! Ding noise! John TPG, thanks so much for following. You're number 102. Heck yeah. Oh. I still have my scene switcher on. I need to turn that off. So it stays on my camera in the corner. Alright. Still trying to figure out how to do this. Well, orange is on top here. I got like a little tiny piece of orange, so this will work. For the dog, and then a green. A small piece of green. I do, but it might be too small. It's too skinny. It's like a scrap piece, so I'm gonna probably have to use a big sheet for it. There we go. Big piece of green. There's a green. Aha. Next goal, 200. Yeah, maybe I should change the goal to something now that we've like made that. We gotta have goal number 2. Honestly, I want to make most of the goals related to like all the special things that I unlock when I get affiliate. For right now, all I could really celebrate is, yeah, more followers. Or a certain number of viewers at a time or something like dumb, but yeah. We made the first one. That was awesome. Okay. So, yeah, man, all of my files are not immediately ready because oh good, I'm in the right folder. Man. I want 3-inch stickers. There we go. Here's my list of, here's one of my 3-inch stickers. Thanks, Wrath! Alright, here's all my stickers. Alright, so we're gonna do the orange one first, so I want the dog. Where's my dog? Where's my dog? Have I not cut a dog one? Oh, shoot. You know what? No, I'm pretty sure I don't have orange. Because I was like, I know I've cut a couple dogs as a test, but I don't think I've done a small sticker in dog yet. Which is shocking because of how, you know, popular dogs are, generally. So I need to create a new one. There is a doggy. And I need to make it match, lock the width, the size of the other. Put the dog over here. Save that so I can easily reference the dog for this size sticker in the future. It's all I'm doing is resizing it properly. And then this is where I just choose where it's going to be fitting on my layout. So let me attach it to the sticky grid mat. Like so. Actually, I'm going to turn it sideways. This is more vertical design. Okay. Sticky grid mat. So here's my sticky grid mat. There. Dog sticker. Okay. Mr. Dog sticker. And then I have to determine, I have to line up the grid on here with all of its proportions. I have to line it up with the ruler and make sure that it fits and actually cuts onto the vinyl section and not off the edge. And this piece is only good for like the size of doing one design, so it should be good. I don't need to have it super in the corner because I'm going to be probably cutting this to fit later. Alright. I'm going to send it to the cutter. Which is on the floor. And it's on. Eat. Alright. I'm adjust a couple settings to make sure that it cuts on the right material. This is vinyl. There we go. Make sure, because you can adjust there's a blade that can adjust the different depths, so it can cut through thicker, deeper material. Basically, I want to do what's called a kiss cut. So it cuts only through the top layer of the colored vinyl, but does not cut through the backing paper or into the sticky grid mat. And you can choose the force of how much it's pushing down, because it's got like a powerful motor in it, so you could cut through thicker material if you need to. And then I can also adjust how fast it cuts around the edge, because if it's too fast, it might risk tearing it. If it's too slow, it might get stuck and risk tearing it. So it's got very specific tweaking settings that you can do, but I've already got those settings set up as some default like templates and settings for cutting common materials that you would throw in here. All right, this is a little noisy, I'm gonna warn you right now. So bear with me. If it's too noisy and dumb, I can always mute it. Here I'm going to cut it out. So send, and hope this doesn't screw up on me. Hooray! Now you can barely see it because, you know, it is only kind of pre-cut through like one of the layers, but trust me, it cut. So I'm going to take you over to my work table. Alright, so guys, you're going to move out of the way. Bird beak is in the way. So I cannot easily look at the chat. I apologize for that. Oh, unless I can pull it up on my phone. I think I could do that. That's what I will do. So then I can have the chat with me. You saw the burb, huh? The burb. Bird is love. So. Oh, this sticker is for you. Heavenly Fluff Creations, this is for you. This is your doggy. Yes, I wanna get more pictures of my bird with other birds, because like I have to make it into a full suit still. That's my goal, my plan here. Right, how do I chat only. Ah, good. Good, I can see the chat only. Oh no, I can't. What the heck? I just set it to be chat only. Apply. Oh, I have to hit apply. There we go. Alright, now I can see your guys' chat on my phone, so I can have you right here in front of me while I'm working. Okay, and then I need my picker. That is, this little hook sucker. I hope this angle is okay for this. I'm gonna try to get close up so you can see exactly what I'm doing here. So this process is called weeding, and basically I have to remove all the excess stuff around the cut. Unfortunately, I know all of this is going to be too small to do anything with, so it's going to be a bunch of wasted vinyl, but that's just the way it is. So I have to be very carefully hook and sort of tear into the vinyl, and I gotta peel it back. And in theory, if this is being a nice piece that'll play good today, I'll rub this down just in case, it will peel away all the extra negative space and will leave the design behind intact. But I have to be very careful, because sometimes it gets stuck. Especially complicated designs are really annoying. You can see it starting to come to life here. Because if I get this to fold over it on itself, there we go, and get stuck to itself, it'll ruin the design. have to weed out the excess in the middle. And this one's a pretty easy one. Sometimes, oh my god, like doing the pony or the horse, the pony or the puppy, they have so many details, and it could take me like 5 minutes to try to weed that thing, and I have to do it so carefully. But yeah. So there is the sticker, all nice and cut. Magic! Yeah. And then I have all this extra shit I got to throw away. And then the annoying, complicated sometimes part. I've got this transfer tape. That's a decent size. I'll cut it down to fit a little bit more specifically or exact. I'm gonna turn this to a light or more my angle. It's gonna be sideways for you, but I need to be able to see what I'm doing. And then I have one other tool, it's called the scraper, and it just helps me flatten things out. So normally you cut this basically the size that you want, and it's a clear film. It does look like a dental scraper. It's a very, very, very similar, like a dental tool. Basically does kind of a similar thing. You could probably use it as a or use a dental tool for this, whatever. Okay, so peel off the film. And then it has a grid with lines, so I try to make it match up one of the edges that I know are straight, so that when you apply the design, it'll go on straight. Lay that on, and then use the scraper to push. So what this does is it's now attaching itself to the orange vinyl, so it can release it from the white backing paper. And then the back side of the orange is incredibly sticky, so it's going to be stickier than the clear transfer tape is, so whatever surface you put it on will permanently stick onto when you peel the clear backing off. At least that's the hope. Sometimes it's a little picky, but you can kind of see this in action if I pull this back. See how it's taking the orange up with it? And then it's clear, so you can put it behind something and you can position it exactly where you want. And you take a credit card or something and you rub it down really, really good, and then you peel the clear off and it leaves the design perfectly intact the way that it was cut out onto a new surface. And that's how vinyl stickers work. This is thankfully being a very nice, easy process for me today. Sometimes they really fight me, and it's not fun. And I ruin a lot of vinyl, and I have to redo and recut stickers all the time, but this one likes me. And then the final touch is just cutting it to be a little bit more cut down to size. And then I've been doing this for all year, so I'm decently fast at it now, but when I was starting out, it would take me a while. Because again, this is all done by hand, so. And there's your brand new sticker. And then I mail this off and you put it on whatever you want. Someday maybe I'll just show you how I do vinyl shirt designs. It's basically a very similar process, except the material is different, and you have to use a heat press to transfer it onto a shirt. I got something else happening. Non-Montiero, I can't say words, 92. Thank you so much for following the channel. Welcome on. Throw this way. Wasn't that fun? That was fun. We're gonna do it again. Just because the person that I'm making the stickers for happens to be on the stream, so I'm going to make the second one, and then we're gonna go switch gears and work on making a new design, which is the circle. And it's not a terribly exciting process, but it's work I gotta do. And I can more easily pay attention to the chat because I'll be sitting in front of the computer again. hope you can hear me okay while I'm across the room, since I'm not speaking into the mic. Oh, thanks so much for stopping by. Enjoy your marine biology class. Alright. Lining this up in the machine again. Sucks it in. Okay, for number 2, we are making a kitty. And I might actually have a green kitty, but I don't usually do green as a color. Sorry, Rat, that's not very popular, being green. So I have like a huge bag of stuff that I've made previously. These are like my in-stock stuff. Oh! Thor Percussion! Thanks for following the channel! So, you know, here's like, I've got like Wyverns on that side. I got Scalies. I got puppies and ponies. Those are the complicated designs I was talking about. I know someone's gonna like this one. Griffins. And this is what I was looking for. I got kitties. This is the feline and the cat designs. Oh, another follow! Spaz144. Thanks so much. Yeah, I'm up to 104 followers now. Yes. Oh. And we are doing the feline, the generic design, this one. I'm gonna see if I have a green one already in stock, but I don't think I do. I still, you know, if I can get rid of stock I already have, then the better. I've got teal. I do not, oh! I have a green. You're getting a green. However, this uses my older backing paper, or my older transfer paper, and it has issues where it's not sticky enough to pull itself off of the backing, so, or to not stick itself to the clear tape, it gets stuck onto the backing. So I have been replacing all of the older ones with the newer grid paper. So I'm going to do that for you, and I'll show you what I mean. Like, you know, when you peel this up, see that the clear just comes right off instead of sticking to the design. So this is a bat. Sorry you don't get to see another cut. I just get to save myself some work. Because I already did the work a long time ago. This is one of my probably first things I ever cut, to be honest. Is this? Ooh, it's just wide enough. That'll work. Alright. You know, this is a pretty good, like, I think, green cactus color, to be perfectly honest, for your duchies, because it's like a little bit on the yellowy side of the greens. Okay. So I'm gonna see. About there. Should cover it. Yep, that'll cover it up. If I'm doing individual stickers, it's pretty easy to place this clear stuff, but if I'm doing a whole sheet of stickers, it gets really complicated really fast. And I'm pretty good at this process now. I used to be terrible at it and I'd ruin so many stickers, but there. That should make life easier. So now, if I peel this clear up, I always try to test them just because I've had a couple go out the door with problems. Yeah, now the clear is sticking to the green vinyl, which is what I want. Alright, done. Yay! That was easy, that was fast. Anyway, so that's how you make vinyl stickers. That's how all the pros do it. I'm just, you know, doing it on a smaller scale, but it's effectively the exact same process. Same machine, just, you know, Can you order 500? I mean, you could. It might take me a while to finish them, but I would be happy to. I actually, excuse me, really recently I did a whole, man, I blame this carbonated drink. I did a whole batch of custom stickers for, you can barely see it because it's white, from my, same design that's on my shirt, from my, my friend Avian Invasion. I was offering a bunch of stickers for anybody who pledged a certain tier on his Patreon and wanted to give like out a little like monthly reward as like thanks for supporting. I made like a whole bunch of those really complicated stickers. Oh my god, this design, trying to weed it by hand, was the hardest thing I've ever done in vinyl. But I did it and mailed them all out, and now a bunch of people have bird stickers, which, you know, the world needs more bird stickers. That's what I say. Whoop! Kitty, it fell out. I still have my kitty ones. So thank you so much again, April, for ordering a bunch of stickers from me. Your order is now basically done. I just gotta package it up and I'll probably ship it out tomorrow. I try to, you know, make the turnaround not terribly long on these guys. Here, I'm gonna sign your little, I'm gonna do it not on the tablet. Alright, so this now is gonna go with your stickers. Your doggy and kitty stickers. And I'll just put that to the side for all the orders I gotta do. I'll take my phone back with me. And then I'm gonna make a new sticker. Back to the screen. Actually, I want to adjust the positioning of the webcam here really quick before I get too invested in this. So you can kind of see my working space. I'm thirsty. I've been talking too much. I'm going to take a drink. I'm probably not going to do a show necessarily with Avian Invasion because I have nothing to do with music. I have nothing to contribute except for I've helped with some of the visuals and graphics that you can see on his stream. There's no reason for me to be in person part of the stream. It's not about me, but we do a lot of collaboration as far as sharing like ideas and feedback about you know, how to make art, money, business stuff. So I helped him do, you know, I gave him some ideas about stream programs that do a lot of these interactive features, and he's messing around with the same program that I'm using right now, and he helped me figure out how to do things like this the webcam thing that you keep seeing switching back and forth between my two cameras. He showed me how to do that, so it's like, yeah, we just sort of help each other out a little bit with the whole art thing, and it's a lot of fun. I love having other creative people in my life. I think that's like, it's like the best thing. Alright, so back to circle, 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 circle. Who here has a circle character, if anybody? I do not own one yet, but I've thought about making one. Just cause, like, you know, because it would be kind of fun. I need more drink. Also, speaking of Avian Invasion, when I'm done streaming here, we're gonna raid him again today because he'll be doing a trance stream today in like an hour and a half. Because I need some music. I don't know about you, but I need some music to wind down from my day and pick me up in the middle of the week. to descend any further into furry hell. What makes you want to move to the Pacific Northwest? I really, really like the climate. I really like the people. I have a lot of friends that are out there. Every time I've visited, I've really enjoyed it. But I like the idea of having mountains and ocean. I think that's pretty cool. I lived in Vancouver, Canada for a few months, like 2 years ago. And I loved my time up there. And I wish I could afford to be there, but I just want a different kind of change of scenery, but, you know, nothing like... But it still has a lot of my favorite elements, the things that I like about Colorado. Without it being Colorado, it's probably like the next best, the next closest thing, but it has its own perks that is unique to the area. And, you know, I figure I gotta go somewhere, so let's try that. Let's see how it kind of goes. The only issue, really, with it is that it's kind of, like, far into the corner of the US, and it makes it a little bit harder for me to travel, especially to the East Coast, which is already kind of a pain and expensive to go. But another follower! Ocean Current 117. Thank you so much. You're number 108. Yeah! Oh yeah, the private island thing. You did tell me about that. Or at least you tagged me on that Twitter post from a little while ago, I still remember. Yeah, I liked going out for Anthem Northwest. That was a lot of fun. That was like the most time that I've spent in like downtown, like Seattle area. And I had a good time. I'd like to go back. And there's another con that started up in Ocean Shores that I really want to go to too. Because yeah, it's been a while since there's been a decent con out there after Rainforest dissolved. Oh, Crystal's got a circle character. She sent that to me. I'll have to take a look at it. Yeah, you know 100, yes. Alright, so this one's going to be pretty simple, only because this particular piece happened to already be made. It's the scaly feet, but it's got slightly different proportions on it. So I'm going to show you. When I click on this, you can see how this line is made up, maybe. Oh, they're really, really hard to see because it's green. Let me try changing the color. Blue. Need blue dots? Oh, you can barely see that too. I got an idea. Oh my god, nope. There we go. Okay, now you can see the lines. Okay, so you can see that this is made out of individual dots. They're called anchors. And every line... Where's my tools? So every line has these little handlebars. And you adjust the handlebars. You can adjust the way that the line curves in between each of these points. And that's what outlines your shape. So I'm actually going to switch to line-only mode. And so basically, I need to make this line match the outline, the silhouette here that I've designed for the circle. See how? It's very, very similar shape, so it's not going to take too much adjustment, so I don't have to build a brand new shape from scratch. But there are lots of other places, specifically the head of the circle, that are completely unique, and I got to do them from scratch. So, here I am. Here we go. So I'm doing the thing. I'm doing work, you guys. It's happening today. Alright. So, I think majority of this piece... Yeah, I can put like right there. And this claw is lining up really, really well. I think I'm just gonna leave it alone. Oh, actually, you see how it's just slightly off. Let me move the reference image slightly down to the right. Now it should line up a little bit better. And you can see, like, when I really zoom in, like, the line gets stupid pixely because, again, this is a bitmap image. It's an illustration made out of individual colored pixels, and these are just the pixels really blown up. But this line for the edge of the foot on the vector image is completely crisp. It doesn't matter how much you zoom in or zoom out. It's always going to be really clean. And that's what's cool about vectors. Also kind of annoying and limiting, but still. Alright. So, I want to make sure that this is lining up everywhere it's supposed to. Okay, so it's a little bit off on the head here. I'm just going to move it just a tiny bit. Make sure this is sort of lining up pretty close around the person form. Yep, I think that's better. Alright, so I'm going to save that, and I'm going to lock that. Oh, yeah. And I'm going to lock the reference in place so I don't accidentally click it or move it. So now I can only move the vector image around. I can't change the thing that I'm tracing. So yeah, I'm looking not to Seattle area. In fact, I'm actually looking to be right on the border of Oregon and Washington, in the Vancouver, US side of things, because that sounds like an ideal arrangement where maybe I'm not as far north, so you know, I could be similarly on a very similar longitude, I think is sideways to where I am now. So maybe it won't be so drastically different. Hi, cat. Hi, dog. And I really like the idea of going back and forth between these two states, because one of them doesn't have income tax and the other one doesn't have sales tax. So you can kind of get the best of both worlds that way. And I'm still close enough to like the Seattle area and to Vancouver, Canada, that I can drive up, visit friends all along the coast. So yeah, Eastern Washington, that's what I want to try to do. Sounds like a plan. Okay, I'm going to zoom out a little bit because I don't need to be that close. So I'm going to take my manipulation tools. This is currently... I'm going to actually add an anchor point here. I'm going to try to remember I have to keep this more to the right side of the screen so you can see what I'm doing. And I'm doing a lot of keyboard shortcuts, and you'll see my hand moving all over the keyboard here to make this like work better. But basically, I'm going to try to put the points along the line where it sort of makes the most sense to have key points where it's going to be changing direction on the line, I guess. I don't think I need this one. I'm going to erase that one. Actually, I'm going to select a couple of these lines and move them all down at once, since they're in a very similar position to where they are now. I don't think I need this extra one. I'm just going to delete that. Reset the anchor, this one. So those are so close together, I don't need two anchor points there. I'm just going to erase one. Because it defines the line just fine on its own. I'm going to do that. These two are also... Yeah, when I zoom in, the anchors stayed the same. So there are two anchor points right here. And they're not... I don't need two of them. One of them is good. Just to sort of clean up the structure of this line to define its shape. I think we're okay with this. I don't know. So basically I'm just trying to match the line up to my drawing as close as I can and as little anchor points as possible. Something kind of like that. And I might make adjustments because the way that I drew it may not be... Yeah, like I don't need this extra little bump here. It may not be very perfect. I'm going to move this down a little bit. Oh! Thermic... Oh my god. Thermic Nekoming! Thank you so much for following. You're number 109. Okay, something like that. And I may adjust it further later, but let me turn the shape back on. So that's what it sort of looks like. So when you zoom out, you can't see a lot of those like really intricate things, but it's pretty close to the shape that I sort of wanted for this, this circle foot here. Because they got really weird feet. especially the redesign that was on them. So I can kind of turn it off and on to see how it's like lining up. And I think it kind of dips a little bit weird here, so I'm going to sort of smooth this back out. And I'm going to use the curvature tool for this. I don't know. Try to pull it back up. So it's a little bit of a normaler curve. Okay, so this pops up too much. I'm gonna kind of chill it out. There, smoother like that. So there's a bunch of little like tools in my little handy sidebar, which you can't see. It's this that help me adjust different qualities of the way that to manipulate these lines and these points. But it's a process. It takes, you know, it's just tracing, but it, in order to get a really good shape, you know, it takes a lot of time and individual, like, tweaking to make sure that it's good. Because there are tools that you can sort of, like, have the computer automatically interpret the shape and sort of auto-trace it for you. But, oh my god, it's so messy and so ugly, because it's trying to follow the pixelization, and the pixelization is really jaggedy, as you can see when I zoom up. So it doesn't make very clean lines and points, and it's ugly. So I don't like ugly. I like pretty. We're gonna keep it pretty. All right. So this line is from this point to this point is basically straight. So I don't need a point in the middle here. I'm just gonna pull it all the way to the top. So you can see I can sort of manipulate things where it's manipulating the whole like shape. With like the color, or I could turn the color fill off and I can just worry about the lines, and I can see exactly where those lines are going behind the shape. So I'm going to make this go all the way to the top and sort of reconnect here. It sort of snaps to that edge, and this I'm going to change my tool, and it's going to do this like a line curvy adjust tool. I'm going to add a point here, pull that down, sort of smooths that out a little bit, and this tool sort of smooth that out a bit. This one I'm gonna try to pull down a little bit here, make this curve a little bit less extreme. This. And actually, because this curve is so shallow here, but it's a little bit, I'm going to put actually one point in the middle. I just said I didn't want to, but now I want to. Put an extra point in the middle and then pull this in so it stays along that curve. Nice. Okay, so that's the front of the foot. Oh, you see I accidentally made some extra bits go into the human shape, and I don't want the human shape. So I'm going to move that over. There we go. Alright, so there's a foot. And then if I turn on, is it DigiLegs? Was I making a special legs layer for the circle? I'm gonna have to. Skinny legs is probably the closest that I have to the current existing shape, so I'm gonna duplicate skinny legs layer. I'm gonna rename it circle legs, because I want each individual piece to be on its own layer so I can slip and flop. If somebody like really likes the shape of the circle legs, but they want a different foot at the end, I can do that. I don't have to break apart the piece all annoying. Another follower, Foxhound868, thank you. Welcome. Oh yeah, we got a spam here. Thank you for pointing that out. I'm going to make sure that does not happen. Go away. Apparently the account was suspended and deactivated already, so So there is a way to do multicolored or multi-layered stickers. Unfortunately, it's very difficult. You have to individually put those, you know, yourself together and line them up exactly, and oh boy, is it tough. You can also do printed vinyl, but I don't have a printer that can print on vinyl, really. Okay, so So actually, I think what I'm going to do, instead of having the foot connected to the top of the leg here, I mean, it's an extension of the foot, but I'm going to put that on the leg layer instead of the foot layer. The foot layer is more like the toes layer, if I'm being more accurate with that. So I'm going to go turn this layer off. I'm going to take this shape. I'm just going to undo all that work I just did. I could probably transfer it to the other layer, but you know, I could just as easily sort of make this shape again. It's not that difficult, so I'm just going to do it that way instead. Alright, so now the foot, or the toes, are separate from the rest of the leg, which are our circle-specific leg features. So, turn on circle leg again. And now this line, actually I'm going to turn on the feet too, so I can see kind of where this line was last hanging out. It's also locked. I gotta unlock that layer. There we go. And they'll snap together, and this will just go over here. And now that's kind of basically where it was again. The shape is very similar to where it was. I'm going to put one there to just pull it back where it was. And I might sort of clean this up a little bit more. I think I need one more anchor point. This curve. Yeah, I'm gonna need one more anchor point, probably here. Pull this one down here. Reset this anchor point. Reset this anchor point. And sort of re-smooth them back out. This one I'm gonna move down here, reset it, smooth it back out. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Okay, back to where it started. So if I turn that back on, you can kind of see where it is. Yeah, pretty good. Okay, so now I have to build up some of this back section here. Oh, see, if I have this on, it kind of covers up my tracing line, so I'm going to turn that back off, turn the fill, make it invisible so I can only see the lines. So right on that corner. Here, add new path points. A couple of points I'm just going to add to this shape, so I'm just going to add a bunch of dots, and then I'm going to individually move these dots around like this. Reset. There. So there's a couple ways to go about doing this. Yeah, I'm doing it the way where I'm just sort of adding points to an existing line because I'm building a shape off of it. I could just as easily build a shape individually and then merge the two together if I wanted to like sort of start from scratch. But yeah, they're just like sort of little tricks I sort of picked up from having done this a couple of times now. Move this over here. No. So put it back to where it was, because I don't really need to look at the layers as much right now. Anyway, more spam? Did I see more spam? Oh no, okay. We were just referring to what I had done a little bit ago. Okay. I do have, yeah, one mod right now, but I'd like to get to the point where, well, I really don't want to get to the point where I need moderators, because that means that, yeah, I'm having a problem with spam rather than, you know, having a just, why can't I have nice things and have a normal stream for once? Alright, pretty close. Ah! Aggressive money! I was busy actually working. Concept, wow! Thank you so much, Aggressive Money, for aggressively giving me $1. Better not start something with that, or I'm gonna go right back to not getting work done. Thank you, which I'm going to I have to either blame Crystal or Zeroki for that one, because they were the ones that were spamming, primarily they're the ones spamming dollar donations at me on Monday, because they wouldn't stop loving me really hard. Like, really hard. But it turns out, once I kind of went back and sort of saw some of the PayPal email addresses that were responsible for those individual tips, it wasn't just them. There was a bunch of people impersonating them that were also contributing to this mess. And I was like, you guys. Ah! Alright, anyway. This was kind of a... Ah! It was very funny, yeah. See? Ha ha ha, funny. There were impersonators of, yeah, Crystal and Zeroki. There were impersonators, other people that were also thought that what you were doing was very amusing and joined in. And I was just like, alright, well, this is my life now. Thank you. Oh, Shibamut, thanks so much for following. Welcome to the stream of chaos, because, you know, that is what you guys have now turned it into. I am tracing. Yeah, that's what I'm doing today. I'm mostly just tracing. Making a circle. And you can see, like, my line is not following exactly my drawing, the pixelated stuff in the background, just because, like, my drawing is a little inaccurate, like, it's more rough, so this is a chance for me to sort of go back over and refine everything. Alright, so, oops, zoom out. This line is sort of funky. I'm going to add another anchor point here by pulling this out here. And I might add a second one here. In fact, let me zoom out and see. And that was sort of meant to be sort of a curve. That was just one curve. Sometimes I'm not sure if I meant this to kind of go more in and then go back out. I have to sort of zoom out every once in a while to kind of check my work, see what I'm doing. So I think I'm just sort of, oops, I'll redo that. I kind of like it more of a point. I'm going to move the point. I said move. Oh, shoot. I made an extra. There's two anchor points on top of each other there, so I'm going to erase one of them. And then sort of move this out. Okay. That's closer to sort of what I want for the back floof. And then this line, I think I'll probably end up making maybe one anchor point, I think. I just put an anchor point in the middle and pull this. Nope, I don't want to use the automatic point. I want to make the manual tool. Do it like this. I think I'm going to need 2 anchor points in order to get this right. So let me reset this anchor point, move it down here, and then put another anchor point up here, and then move this in. There we go. So now it's got 2 points, and then I got to smooth this line out, smooth this line out, pull this more in up here. Alright, that's closer to the shape that I want for this line. Let me just scroll to the bottom. Turn on the chunky line again so I can kind of see how that looks. Unselect it. Okay, so I don't like how this is sort of being too flat on the bottom here. I was sort of trying to kind of follow my drawing, but it's not a good drawing, so I'm going to erase that. And do more of like a curve, like this, instead. So it's a little bit more organic. It isn't so chopped at that bottom. And then this is a little harsh of a transition. So I want to smooth this curve out a little bit. Okay. And then I can also turn on all the other layers, and I can turn off the reference and kind of see Yeah, kind of like that for the foot. Isn't this exciting? Alright, turn back on. Oh. I do a drinky drink. Whoa! Birds are happening, you guys. Birds. And yeah, you guys in general are welcome to share links and such in the chat. You know, just be smart about it. You know, let people know what they're going to be seeing if they follow said link. You know, don't just put like a mysterious link in the chat and expect people to click on it. And then any proper warnings or whatever you're sharing. Oh no! I turned on like a million layers by mistake. I meant to turn on one layer. There we go. Okay. So yeah, here I had sort of placeholdered, put a couple of points that are just basically straight lines going to each of the points, and now I'm going to take my tools to adjust how the lines and curves sort of interact. So I'm going to pull this out. I'm going to come to more of a point here. And this side is going to kind of curve a little bit this way. This is going to be more of a sharp point. More of a curve. And a sharp point. Alright, now I gotta determine if I just like that, or do I want it to be more... Yeah, like you can see how messy my drawing is. I do like it curved out a little bit more, so I'm gonna take this line and make it come out like this more. Alright, now it looks more like that. Turn the ref off. So yeah, so that's how it ended up being, is that shape instead of that mess. And then it's a lot of just kind of going back and forth and determining, okay, how can I make this a little bit better? Kind of comes really to a tight point up here, and I think I want to pull it out a bit, and I think I need to add another anchor point in order to do that. So this is going to be more of an open shape. Just give it a little extra different edge to that curve and make it flare out a little bit differently. Which may not matter so much when you're like way zoomed out, but if you're making an object big enough, you'll be able to see those individual qualities. Pull this in more so the tip sort of flays out to the tip to the side rather than curving so far in. Just to get it a little bit different for a shape. Yeah, I think that's a little closer to the vision I sort of had for it. Alright, and then the back of the leg, this doesn't have any pieces yet, but this is pretty close. So I'm going to take all of these, actually I'm going to probably select them individually, these points, sort of pull them out together. Be closer to the curve where they were. So these curves are sort of, they need to overlap the original lines more so that there isn't an issue when I combine these pieces together. I really need to go back through and fix some of these other ones, but that'll work. Alright. Now I want to add on a point or two. Need one at the very top, one at the bottom. I'm going to just basically attach it here. And then I want to add one more point, because I want to pull this up. Hey, I said pull you up here. There we go. Because I know, they're all colored the same, but I know kind of what things are on what layers, because of the way that I sort of built this up, so yeah. Yeah, and so, yeah, I'm letting you guys, like, send links, but you obviously just don't be spamming with them. I can always turn them off, so you lose your privileges. But, I mean, I do want this to be sort of a creative place where, you know, people are also sharing kind of, like, what they're doing. Or things that inspire them. Turn this off. Oh, yeah, see? This, like, went way in there, so I gotta fix this line completely. The shape of the circle leg is very different from the shape of whatever leg that I had stole this template from earlier. I'm going to add, I think, another anchor point here. So I can pull this out further. Eh. 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 And this, I made it go straight down, but it actually needs to curve up, and I just haven't done that yet. Let me do that. There we go. Now the curve matches. Alright. And a lot of the, I'm kind of pretty good at guessing where to put these points, but it's just because I've been doing this a while. Okay. So I think that knee is good. Dang, it doesn't like me. Save my work. Time is it? 5! It is now 5. Alright, so I have about 1 hour left that I'm going to be streaming today. And then I'm going to be hanging out in Avian Invasion stream for the rest of the evening. Just as a heads up. So, how's everybody's day today? What are you all doing besides watching me? Just gonna select a bunch of these points. Pull this knee out. Like this. Wow. And then I'll adjust these more individually. I'm gonna start with the bottom and go up. Nope. Aggressively throwing money. Aw, you're trying to drag people in here. I appreciate that. Thank you, Crystal. Today's been excellent. Designing so many dragons. So many dragons. Because if you were who I think you are, you're responsible for the tiny dragons. And I like the tiny dragons. All your designs are just chef's kiss. Ah! Wait, what's that tool? I forget. The shortcut. That's Chef Zika. A dragon that hoards dragons? Blasphemy. I mean, that's basically like every dragon with kobolds, isn't it? It's giving you life! Just like here, I can give you some just like force it to the screen. I'm glad. I like, again, yeah, it's been a long time since I've really done it, but like watching other people's creative streams definitely kind of makes me like, oh man, I want to be drawing right now because they're drawing. It's fun to draw together. And I really wish that Picardo's heckin' chat was supported on this multi-streaming thing like it used to be, but it's not anymore. So I'm not really focused on Picardo right now, and I can't multi-stream with people, and I'm like, well, heck, that's sad. I mean, I still can, but I won't be able to interact with them the same, because my chat's over here now, but I'm still paying for all those special Picardo features, and I don't know how much longer I'll be doing that. But supposedly, if you're like super cool, and I'm never gonna get that cool, but Twitch partners can do multi-streaming sessions with people. And I'm just like, oh, why can't I do that? Nope. Not in the Cool Kids Club. But I can still do like private sessions, but you know, if I'm doing a big, like, for lack of a better word, show, like what I'm doing here now, then yeah, I can't make use of the cool multi-stream feature on Picardo as readily. I have set up in the past where I sort of like had a copy of the other people's streams, like as a replacement for like me here in like the corner, being like a live feed of the other person's stream, so I can have like guests on the channel. But it's a lot of processing power work on my computer load, so it's mostly, actually it's not so much the computer as much as it is the internet, because streaming something while also watching another stream is just very busy, and load on the network is just impossible on this dumb internet that I have to deal with right now. So can't do that right now, but when I go back home I can do that again, and that's always fun. But yeah, the Twitch thing, like I didn't really want to switch to Twitch because I already have such a large like established following on Picardo, because I've been on that platform longer than any of the other ones. But it's got all these cool chat interactive features where somebody follows you, it pops up on the screen, and once again I get affiliate, then I can do a bunch of really cool things in the chat, and you can redeem viewing points. Basically, the longer you watch, the more points that you accumulate, and then you could spend those points to like make me do like a shout out, or you know, maybe we could get to the point where you get enough points, I'll draw you a little doodle or something, you know, just as a way to sort of thank engagement. You know, people have a reason to like sit around and watch you, and it makes it better for everyone. And the only way you could do that is through Twitch. And it also gives you the ability to get, you know, not just the standard donations, but bit donations or bit cheers. And there's a lot of like, you know, lingo that's really, and culture that's really specific to Twitch that took me a little while to like get the hang of. But once I understood it and sort of like figured it out, and I'd be like, that's why everybody is streaming on Twitch, as far as, you know, career streamers are going. And YouTube's struggling to sort of keep up with that, so they're going to start releasing a lot of these similar features that Twitch has for giving a little bit more interaction, besides just a plain old chat and nothing else. So it's just kind of like, well, I guess I have to get on this game now. I can't ignore the power of Twitch. So here I am. Okay, so I got a knee now. I have a whole leg, a whole good leggy. Look at this leggy. It's a good leggy. Boom, leggy. I think I'm gonna finish this other leggy, and then with the last like half an hour or so that I have for the stream, I'm gonna switch over to another project where I'm gonna be working on an older like transformation study that I did, a human foot turning into a velociraptor foot, and it shows like the way that the bones morph into the other form, and you know, I wanted to show it at different angles, and that project is mostly done. I started that in like 2017, and then I let it sit and do nothing for a long time, and I'd like to kind of go back so I can get a little bit of drawing stuff in for you guys to do. I want to sort of mix it up so it's not just boring, you're watching the same thing forever, because unfortunately art, as compared to things like video game streams, is very tedious and repetitive, and and even including with like costume making streams, not a lot of progress gets made within a session. You know, it's more like a thing where you kind of like pop in every once in a while, see how it's going, but to sit there and actually watch, it's just kind of boring and slow, and I don't want my streams to be boring and slow. Okay, so what's kind of cool about this is, because one foot is already done, I'm going to delete this foot. Did I accidentally delete the one? No. And I'm going to copy this one, paste it in the same place, and move it somewhere else. Oh, if I can click on it. Good. And I'm going to just keep it locked to the same plane and move it over here so it lines up exactly. And then the shape is already done for me, for the most part. Not this one so much though, because this is actually has the toes sort of lifted up a little bit because it's like it's taking a step forward, so I gotta adjust things. But, you know, more or less, that's a quick and easy way to sort of copy and do half the work because I've already done it on the other side. Same thing with like the hands. The hands are the exact same, they're just at slightly different angles. So I can cheat kind of with that too. This one wasn't as much of a cheaty thing as I was hoping for. But you know, I might adjust it a little bit because I clearly did not make these the same when I was doing it by hand, like doing the concept art, so this is going to be something I adjust and make a little bit better. So I'm going to keep, because I want to keep this beefiness here, not make it cut off so quickly, and I'm just going to change this shape, probably from this point. No. Yeah, this point. Make it stop there, go up here, and then follow the line that I had drawn previously. Oh, also, I had totally wanted to, every time I hear the ding, I have to stop what I'm doing and acknowledge what just happened. Hello, Ruka, oh my god, Rukeo? Either Rukio or Rukio? Whoever you are, you know who you are. Thank you so much for popping in and following the stream. God, it's so much harder when you're trying to like say people's usernames out loud. Like, it's a challenge mode. All right, so I'm gonna add a couple of anchors in here, and I'm gonna take this anchor and put it over there, and take this one and put it over there, and this one, and I put it right there. That looks terrible. That's fine. I need to now reset the curves of all these lines. And now it will be a smooth curve in between the points. And I may have to adjust the way that this curve works later on, but I would like the front of my toes to match and be symmetrical, so. I'm going to take this curve and put it down here. This here, and then smooth that one out. Okay, a foot. So let's see if that still kind of looks good with everything that I've got going on. So the feet and the legs. Yeah, I think that'll be fine compared to what it was in drawing concept art form. Now I have to figure out there. This one, turn it back on. That's pretty. Oh wait, that's the proto legs. I don't know the protogen legs. Circle legs. There we go. I think that's good. Whoa, you have official name change? Heck yeah! Congrats. I know what that process is like myself, so that's exciting. Alright, thanks so much for stopping by and buying some stickers. I'm glad I got to kind of show you being made on the stream. Thanks for stopping by, and I will talk to you later. Brady! Hi, Brady! Alright. Now this has got a little bit of funkiness. It's like it's really sharp right here. I'm gonna make it not as sharp. I don't like how much this dips in. This is too much of an even curve. I don't like that either. Go away. I'm gonna make this more organic. Hey! Alright! Should turn off that warning message. I don't need it. I know what I'm doing, kind of. This, I want it to line up with this, and I want it to be more of a subtle curve. This. More reasonable. There, that's more reasonable. Now it's not so jaggedy and weird. I'm happier. Okay, now we do the back. So I'm gonna lock the, well, I don't really need to lock the feet. I'm just gonna turn them into the transparent version. So you can see how much I changed it from the original concept. Alright, and then this, I'm gonna make that transparent. And I get to add my little dinglings on the back here. Dinglings. Ah, don't show again. I think I need 6 points. And then I'm going to reset all of the curves on those points so then I can move them around. Act. This one is gonna go here. Oh! That one's, okay, actually that's gonna stay there. It's gonna go here. This one's gonna go here. This one's gonna go there. This one's gonna go there. And so on. It's gonna go here. And then I need another point for this curve to go back in more. I think I'm gonna need 2. There's no way I can do this with just 1. I'm gonna move this one about a third of the way there, and a new one a third of the way up. Hey. Okay, there. That defines the line better. Hey. My scroll is being weird again. There we go. Actually, so this. Ah! Another follower! Doom Watcher 67. Thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Alright. I'll put this. There we go. Now that's lining up better. This, I need, actually I need a new, it's better for the points to overlap a little bit rather than immediately touch each other, because it creates some weird tangents, and when I merge all the layers together for the final outline cut, it kind of gets funky, so yeah. Illustrator, why you gotta be so funky. It's been such a long time since I've really played with Illustrator. It's like nice, I guess, to have all these skills back again, because I played with Illustrator a bunch in like high school, and then I didn't touch it for years and years. And it's such a different program than like Photoshop. I'm gonna keep it kind of roundish so it'll sort of match the other side. I'm gonna round it just a little bit more. It's a little bit too pokey outy. There we go. Okay, So I'm gonna turn that off. Yeah, I like that better. That's a good shape. That's nice. It's a nice fluff. So yes, Doom Watcher 67, to answer your question, I do make anthro art and or fursuits. I do both things. There's the fursuit. I hid it because we were working on the table earlier. So here's, just so if you're not familiar with my work, which is cool, because like I don't usually get very like new people. So here's a fursuit head that I made. I made this one with help from my best friend Jess, or Moniyasha, or because she helped me do the base as like a fucking, what was it? Birthday present. And then because we were gonna go skiing together, so then I finished kind of putting the whole thing together so we could wear the costumes while we were skiing, and that was a fun time. You can now just put some hands back there. But I've been making costumes since 2007. That's probably what most people know me for the most, is my costume stuff, but I haven't really made costumes for a while, so like, here I am. Currently designing these little, as you can kind of see on the corner here, these little like stickers and shirts that have this like silhouette of the person inside of like a different kind of animal, and that's kind of what I've been focusing on this year, because I want a way to make money from just like, you know, selling like little things, so that's what I'm doing right now. And yeah, Crystal, the idea of having like the Discord call is definitely something I want to implement. So anybody who is on a certain tier on my Patreon would be invited to be like a special guest and kind of be on voice call. So, you know, it just adds another like entertainment factor to the stream. However, I have to think about exactly like how I want to set that up, what the rules I want to lay down for anybody who wants to join with that kind of thing. And right now, again, this is only like second stream that I've done with this new setup, and that I have, you know, since I've been streaming for like a year or so. But I'd like to find out a way to sort of make that all happen. So I'm glad that you think it's a good idea too. I do have a DeviantArt and or Fur Affinity art account, but I am so far behind updating it that it's sad. So if you want to see a good majority of my work, even if it's older, honestly, I have to recommend you go to my older account, which is known as Canine Hybrid. I'll type it in the stream here so you can see. That's going to show you a majority of the stuff that people know me for, and where, yeah, it's all older, but that'll at least kind of give you an idea. Otherwise, I go by the name that I'm using here, which is Mythimorph. That's my new art business name. So hopefully I'll kind of get around to updating some of that stuff, and then Mythimorph will be more active and interesting to watch if you want to keep up with the new work that I'm working on. Oh, thank you for the compliment, Blunts for Jesus. I mean, I can't get over that heckin' name. I don't know what level you're in either, to be honest. Because again, I keep adjusting the way that my Patreon tiers work. I haven't figured out the best way to sort of do all that, because I hate accidentally like overcommitting to things and rewards and things that I can't easily fulfill. You know, and that's not my intention. It's just life happens, and I haven't been able to fulfill, like, I can't do a custom drawing every month for somebody, like that's sort of what I was trying to do before, and it's just like, it really wore me out, and I don't want to get burned out again. It's not fun. So, yeah, a noise happened. XX Trippy 620XX. But basically Trippy 620. Thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Do you have a Patreon? Blunts for Jesus? I don't believe that you do, that I can recall, because I try to keep up with, you know, what the heck my friends are doing, but... Oh, you do? Is it recent? Because I don't know if I've seen it, or maybe you just haven't really been big at pushing or advertising it, possibly. I don't know. But then if you do have one, then you can relate to the pain of figuring out a good balance between, like, what rewards do you offer people, but also not, like, killing yourself over. Okay, cool. Yes, right now Advocate is the highest, which I believe is where you're at, which is, I think, the, like, is it around, I think is it the $12 tier? I think it is. Like, I don't have super high tiers right now, just because, yeah, the high tier stuff, it just was, like, way too much stress and pressure on me right now, and I'm like, well, we're gonna revisit this when I've got a better idea of, like, how to handle myself. Alright, so I'm gonna make this go, like, more up. And I'm gonna add another anchor point. Well, maybe not. Oh, maybe yes. Pull this up a little higher. So I have this sort of flare to this tip. Like that. Oh, shoot! I'm drawing and I have the webcam on my face. I'm sorry, you guys. Alright, see you, Brady. Thanks for popping in. Enjoy your food times. Yeah, so you can see my really rough, dumb outline here, and I'm sort of trying to interpret what I meant to do and smoothing this out and making it pretty. I try. Something like that. Yeah, it's not bad. Alright. Alright, so I got some circly legs done today. And right about the half-hour mark that I was hoping for. That, like, never happens. I have the hardest time estimating how long something's going to take me. Yet another reason why I don't do first aid commissions. Because I will always underestimate. Except for today. Apparently today I'm right on the ball. Legs are done! Yay! And it's, excuse me, the same process, just like that, over and over until I, you know, finish the whole sticker design, and then I can get them cut out and slapped on shit and mailed to your guys' faces, and it's all a good time. Thank you. I'm glad you like my leggies. They're pretty good leggies. It's really hard to figure out, like, a way to make it look aesthetically, like, pleasing with these digi-shapes, but still have, like, stick person legs inside them. It's very limiting. Oh my god, especially with the horse design. The way they make the hooves right. Just, ugh. It didn't want to happen, but I made it. I forced it. And I'm pretty happy with the way that it came out, despite the limitations of having to design everything around this stupid person. But, you know, it's all good. Oh, thank you. I'm glad you're appreciating my efforts of trying to keep up with the stream, trying to keep up with work, It's hard, but I have been streaming for like 10 years, so I've got a little bit of practice. Doesn't mean I'm good at it, but I know what to at least expect, realistically, of myself and my abilities to multitask, except for like Monday, when all I was doing was just crying because people wouldn't stop being nice to me and giving me money. That broke me, but other than that, I will always take feedback about my streams, good or bad, because I want to make them better for you guys. So yeah, I like the idea of having more of like a reward that doesn't like require me to be creative all of the time, because I'm only human. And I want to do things that are like custom, but I also like can't wear myself out on it. We're still figuring it out. I'd like to do something more with, now that I have, again, merch, which is these Mythimorph designs that I'm working on right now. You know, maybe have like a sticker club, something I think is what Elia suggested last stream, and I like that idea. I just need to figure out how I want to implement that. But alright, for now I'm going to close Photoshop, or not Photoshop, Illustrator, and now I'm going to open Photoshop. And we're going to do just a half an hour of messing around with some transformation art, because I am furry trash. That's how that works. Is my slideshow not working? Okay, come on, what's going on? Alright, 1 second, I'm going to... What is going on? Sorry, I have to turn off my overlays and figure out where this... Oh, I have to turn it on. That would help. I'm gonna lock everything except for my slideshow. What the heck? I tested this. I'm so confused right now. Where's... Oh, I'm very confused. Ah! I remove this. Copy. Duplicate. Turn on. Where are you? Why aren't you showing on my freaking screen? I don't know. Well, I know what I can do. Besides, I'm trying to do a dumb thing where, down below, like this, that thing that's just scrolling through a bunch of, various pictures and stuff. It's supposed to be showing the next project that I'm working on, but it doesn't want to today, so I'm tried duplicating it, and it just disappeared, and even though it says that it's there, and it's not. Okay, it's there now, but it's like... Why is it... There. Wow. Way to freak out on me. It's dumb. Okay. So now it's messed up on each of these layers. Now it's like across the heckin'... Okay, there it is. You see it now. That's what I wanted to show was this. All I wanted was that to show what I'm doing, which is, you can see, it's a transformation study of a foot, more turning from a person into a dinosaur. That's what I'm doing today. However, I need this to work on specifically my screen, which is doing this bullshit right now. Oh, you know what? I think... Man. It's like referencing it from some other layer. I don't know. Man, I messed up all my scenes and now I have to redo them. Go over here. I'm mad. Alright, there. That's where it was referencing. Okay, this one, though, is mysterious. And it's gone. I don't know where it is. Oh! Well, now I've definitely ruined it. I have ruined it real good. Wow. We're gonna turn off the screen switcher, and we're gonna leave this on. So it's only gonna show my face. You're not gonna see my hand drawing because I have to redo everything. Thank you, computer. Thank you for that. Okay, there's the raptor foot. It's not on my recent list of shit. Now I gotta go find it. Images. 2018? I think is the last time I saved a copy of it, but I know I started this like 2017. R. There we go. Raptor foot TF4. Here it is! Ah! There it is! I found my file. We're all good. Ish. I can't believe I have to build all my stupid scenes, but whatever. Do I do not safe for work? I really have very, very little experience with not safe for work, so like I don't offer it as commissions. I don't have practice drawing it. It's not that I'm against drawing it, it's just that that's not really my brand, you know? Oh, it's the Commander Shepard song again. Okay, so I was in the middle of doing a top view of this transition. As you can kind of see that I sort of got going on with this thing. So I have 2 more views that I have yet to do, and I'm not gonna get very far with this now that I've, you know, I'm only giving myself like half an hour before Matt's stream goes live. So, and because I also don't want to sit here and draw all day, I need to take breaks, and I'm very bad at that. So now I gotta find all my layers, because I also have, as you can see in the little preview, I have a bone structure that's inside all of these too. So yeah, here. So I gotta figure out, like, where was I when I left off with all of this? Did I ever finish? What's this? Okay, that's a human foot. That's like a reference layer. What's this? Okay, that's all the top. 2 bones. Okay, good. I did finish the bones on this one. That's what I wanted to figure out. So there's bones on that one, bones on that one. But I don't have the 3rd one. And is this? Yeah. There's the bones for that one. Okay. Oh, and as far as pronouns go, you can use she or they for me. I mean, you can use he. I don't really give a shit, but it will just confuse people. No, not offended at all. Like, I really could kind of care less about pronouns, but that's just how the English language works, so I gotta pick something. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is not focus on the bone structure as much. Man, it's been a long time since I've done this, so I'm gonna do sort of a rough outline of the outside structure, and then I'm gonna do kind of a rough of the inside structure, and then sort of tweak it back and forth until it's kind of in a good place where I want it to be. So all of these views from like this one and this one, like they line up like a 3D model, which is why I have all these like grid lines so I can line up all the proportions of things. So I'm gonna first sort of move them around. So like I know the tip of this nail is here on this view, and on the opposite it lines up here, because you know you can see the inside of the foot and the outside of the foot. And then I know like the next frame of reference is where the meat starts, and the meat lines up. So I know that I'm gonna go build the toe. That's the claw part, and then the meat part starts. I called it the meat part. It just, I don't know what else to call it. And then, unfortunately, a lot of these things overlap. I'm gonna have to make my canvas bigger, because the heel of this is on top of the toes of this. As you can see, like this is overlapping here. But that's just the way it is. Alright, at least I can kind of get this going. And I'm drawing it from the left side. Okay. So, there's this half. That's the halfway point, yeah, okay. New folder. Oh, no, it needs to be here. Alright, let's call this half top. And make a bone layer. And make a... I just called it the foot layer. The meat layer. Alright, and then I just kind of just need a good copy of this blue color that I was playing with. Make sure. Turn off snapping. Snapping. And I need to make this down to like 4 pixels. Closer to what I was drawing with before. Oh no, I just made it black again. I hit the D key a lot. Or the X key, I mean. D and X to reset the colors all the time, and I just did that by habit. So now I've got blue. Blue is good. Okay, and then, so now I've got the vertical lines lined up. Now I need to get the horizontal lines lined up. So I know this one sticking out here this much, but I know on here it sticks out this much. So I need to kind of find sort of a point where it's sort of like in between those two as my reference for how far this is going to stick out. And I've got 2 views that I want to do. So this is honestly going to be the halfway point. So I need it to be halfway between the starting toe position and the ending toe position. And I need to do it in the halfway point here. So I'm going to make another ruler come out. And the halfway point is going to be here. Aha. Ooh, another follower! Principe. Oh my god. It's all one, like, word. It's hard to read. Prince the P Baby Yaga. I don't know. Welcome. Thanks so much for following the stream. Alright, I got a lot of lines, and they're very confusing, so I know that one's lined up. I'm going to delete these extra ones. So now I know that's about the halfway point where the fleshy toe is going to start sticking out on that side. And I'm going to do this, I'm going to keep the one in the middle lined up because the middle line is helpful. And I'm going to do the same thing where I know that the outer point of the ending and the outer point at the beginning are. And then I'm going to find the halfway point in between those 2 points, which is here. Delete the other 2 reference lines. Okay, so now I have my lines for I know where the toe is going to be on the outside, where the kind of middle reference is, and then from the top view I know how far it sticks out and where the back of the heel is, so I can kind of get a rough drawing going. So from here, I kind of know. I'm going to just stick with the meaty part. It's easier to follow. So now this meaty part, I'm sort of just going to translate somewhere around here. That's where this toe is going to be sticking out. The edge matches up with my reference line. And this claw. And I kind of know because the size of the claws, you know, like how much they're growing out from the pieces. So it's going to be around something kind of like this. Alright, so that's kind of the outer toe, and then the second toe, same kind of idea. Oh, you know what? I'm a real dumb. Well, I'm not so much of a dumb. This is actually going to be the middle toe, because you can't see the outer toe on this view, and that's what I've been using to reference everything. I'm dumb. So the little toe is here. It's actually tucked in. I was going to say, that grows quite a lot. That's weird. No, that's why. Heck. Come on. Move. Move. There we go. Okay, that's where the meaty is, actually. So this one is not bad, but it needs to go into more of like the middle. I'm gonna have to line up exactly where it goes later, but this is actually a smaller toe that sticks out. I have to reference. Alright, hold on, I gotta make a copy of the bottom here, because this is the toe that I'm actually copying. It's this one. Make a copy of this so I don't mess up the original positioning. I'm gonna put it here. It's good enough. And I'll go back to the layer that I was drawing this on. I think it's this one. Nope. Oh, I have to go up higher. There it is. There it is. Yeah. Okay. It's going to be something like this. So that matches with this toe. It would be nice if they could make the guidelines be color-coded, like, separately, but no, they all have to be all one color, and I just leave it as the default light blue here. But I'm not going to get too far on this project today, unfortunately. Okay, so now this toe I know is way too far down. I know in the end point this is going to end up right in the middle, but this is the halfway between being out here, and these two toes are the ones that fuse together and go to the side, while the other one kind of curls up and becomes the dew claw. This is actually what the big toe used to be. I tried so many different ways to figure out like what makes the most sense from the bone structure from one to the other, what bones should fuse together and move where, and I've actually done 3 different versions of this, with one becoming the killing claw being the big toe, because it has the most mass. I figured that sort of like made sense. And then it growing the extra dew claw. But it didn't make sense because I already had enough ligaments there, so that means that the outer 2 pieces would fuse together like this, and then the big killing claw, and then an extra toe grows in the side. And I was just like, it's kind of cool, but it didn't make sense when I kind of put it all together with the way that mass sort of exchange. I just thought, after I got a lot of feedback from other like TF enthusiast people, and try to kind of come up with something that sort of made sense and work. Alright, so here's the middle position, and here is the starting position. So I'm going to just kind of put it right in the middle between those 2 positions. Alright, and I'm going to delete the guides because I don't want them confusing me later. Alright, so that's a good position for this middle toe. And based on how I know, so it's about going in that far into the foot. So that's how far I'm going to make the separation between the toes become. And now I'm going to do the same thing with the killing claw, which is very shortened. Killing claws here. Keep double clicking on it. Back meaty part is there. Make these lines go away so I don't get confused. And then, so this is how meaty it is when it starts. Oh, actually, this is this toe, I guess. Actually, it's, oh, I moved the same line again. I didn't mean to. There we go. So that's where it starts, and that's where it ends. So I'm going to make the next, there we go. The next toe is in between these 2. Oops. That's the outer edge, isn't it? Outer edge, outer edge. The outer edge should be here. And it's like this. Okay. And then this connects, oops, more like, yeah, it's pretty in actually. It's gonna be like this at this stage. And at this point, the claw is really pointing up. So there's the front and the back of the claw. It's weird because we're looking at it from the top view, so it's just kind of taking something flat and then it's kind of just pointing up at the camera. And so it's just going to be this weird perspective on it. That's just how it's going to be. So it's going to be something like this. That's the top of the claw. I kind of want to put an extra step in between stage 2 and 3, just because there's such an abrupt change for when the two toes that are fusing together turn into the killing claw. I feel like it would make it a little bit more cohesive if I did it that way, but more work for myself. I don't know. We'll see when we get there. And then lastly is the big toe turns into the dew claw, which also has this weird thing where it actually travels up the leg, and because the leg is going from being flat to standing on the toes, it's coming up toward the viewer closer, but it's also going from flat to pointing down, so it kind of does this like thing. So it's a little bit hard to figure out too. So here's the edge where it starts. Actually, it's along the exact same plane, so I need to keep this on this line at all times. You can see how the big toe, the outer edge, is on the bottom of this reference line, and then the final dew claw is exactly where it was on this plane too. So that's probably why I made it match here too. I'm smart like that. Alright, now I gotta figure out how big this dew claw is. I'm going to erase, or at least hide, this other layer that I made a copy of, because I don't need to see that. I just need to see the dew claw, which is this fat, and it connects back here. Alright, and then this is the right layer? Yeah. It's going to be here. Actually, oh, okay, that's fine. I was gonna say, like, this one sticks out more than the dew claw, but that makes sense. I just didn't want them to get in the way of each other physically. So this is where the dew claw is, and the nail is the dew claw. That's the end, and that's the front. It's gonna be something kind of like this. Hey! Like clicked. I mean to click. And then it's going to be connected something kind of like this. This is the very rough shape. Just to give me an idea of where to start with, where I can tell where the claws are, where the meat parts are, and they line up between all 3 views based on where I started and where I ended. This is why it's taken me so long. Because I want to get this, like, right. I want it to be accurate. I want all the proportions to match, like, the whole way through. This is also, yeah, scroll. It's a little bit funky, I think. So this actually lines up like all the way up there is the ending of that piece. So this line needs to kind of be stretched way back, because it's got a lot of definition to it, but where it's actually connected is probably more like closer up to being like that. So it's not so weird. And this has got a gap. Like you can see, I got a little bit of that definition started right here and right here. But now the definition is going to be more exaggerated. See how like this goes all the way up here. Well, it's harder to see when you've got a foot on top of it, not just the bones, but... Oh, sorry, the other way around. Where the bones... Bones! There, this is what I meant to do. Where I drew kind of the definition way up here. Man. So, I need to sort of continue that theme where it's got some definition based on the way I've drawn it on the side. Drawn on the side. Which is sort of a subtle... tendons and the bones are starting to create more of a deformation in the surface. That's all it is. But it's not the outline of like where the actual like fleshy stuff ends and starts. So Okay, something kind of like that. Yeah. And I've got like, yeah, 5 minutes here before I'm going to be switching over to rating another stream and ending my work for the day. But thank you guys so much for hanging out and watching me actually do some work today, which is nice. Because, man, I've been wanting to do this. Again, I started in 2017. I've been wanting to work on this for years. And here I am, finally, actually beginning to do that. I'm going to save this as TF iteration number 5. Because we were on 4. And I'm going to move it to the new file folder system. Because I have a new computer set up now. Yay! Cool. And I'm gonna do the maybe it make a little bit more sense if I did it more based on the bone anatomy and then fleshed around it rather than the other way around, but this kind of gives me at least a little bit of a starting point. I kind of have to work a little bit on both the flesh side and the bone side, a little bit on each one, and then I turn both layers on and I sort of just keep working it until they really work together, right? That's kind of how I built the whole rest of this document, so yeah. But I'm just trying to figure out, like, hey, how did I set up my layers? Like, how did I go through this process before? I have like a million guidelines that I don't need anymore. I have to go through and kind of clean things up, but it's getting there. Yeah. I'm a big, transformation enthusiast. That's basically what made me a furry, was like Saturday morning cartoons that had like mad science, you know, experiment turning into things theme, which is a lot of cartoons in like the 90s, 80s even. And then Mythimorph books. So yeah, I was kind of screwed early on, and now here I am. Oh my, I was like, suddenly smelled dog, and then I looked down and there was dog. I was like, wow, dog, you need a bath. My nose is not that sensitive. Yeah, Jess's nose is that sensitive here. Have a dog. I'll go back to this because, well, you know, now that this is like messed up there, I'll just turn that back on. Even though that's the wrong one now. Hi. Hello. Oh, here comes another dog. Hello, other dog. Oh. Alrighty. Goodbye, Kaz. Thanks for hanging out with us today. I'm not gonna play with you. Nope. Well, it was a pretty good day, I think, overall. I'm almost done with my drink. Yeah. Feels good. Feels good, man. Oh my god, you do smell. Oh god, Crystal. I mean, I do kind of want this to happen though. Like, it's time to troll Matt. Ha! Alrighty. So yeah, I'm ending the stream here at the top of the hour, and as soon as I get a notification that the Avian is live, we'll go and send you guys over there. Oh, I got that notification just now. He has started. It's going to be Trance Day on Avian's stream. I'm gonna pull up his stream in the living room and chill out on the couch and have a couch rave party. So you can all join me over there if you are so inclined, to support a good friend and awesome creator, but in the musical variety instead of the visual variety. I appreciate it. Thank you guys. / Hey. Alrighty. Time to have a dance party. Alrighty. Thank you guys. Have an awesome, hopefully creative, inspiring rest of your day. Bye-bye.